Women and politics. Women have been abused, marginalized, and their human rights been violated in our political spectrum. And this has been a trending issue on the role women play in politics. It is against this backdrop that the iconic Tell It to Rachel talk show platform brings you Women and Politics. Women and Politics is the all-new social media reality talk show that will propagate the very notable and desirable women of Sierra Leone to tell the whole story behind the stories in the political arena. Women and Politics, hosted by Rachel Bangura Davis, Women and Politics.
The Chief Minister and the First Lady, your wife, have actually misused public funds. How will they be held accountable?
Ask him. Exactly. Good question.
There's a prescription for whatever happens. If that is the case, and it's proven in a court of law or by the commission, they either ask to pay for it or there are different forms of punishment for that.
Wow.
They will have to.
On top of that, you recently hired a brand new finance minister who was accused of long-standing corruption in the previous administration. What message does that send to Sierra Leoneans?
No good example. No good example.
Again, you've used the word accused. And he has had to go through a very long legal process to prove that he is not guilty. So, like I said earlier, it is easier. Anybody can make such claims, outlandish claims, or that the other person is corrupt. But we are a law-abiding country, and we go through the entire length to make sure that when claims or allegations are made, we prove them in a court of law, and then we take the necessary actions.
And finally, when it comes to the importance of diversification, obviously the Sierra Leone economy has relied heavily on commodities, particularly iron ore, diamonds, which have been synonymous with conflict. All commodities are sort of subject to change in prices and fluctuations and that sort of thing. Where are you when it comes to diversifying the economy and making sure that you have other sources of income beyond commodities?
We inherited a very difficult mining sector.
Wow.
But we are not going to leave it like that. We have embarked on different reforms.
To me, let me ask you this. The money that I went and sweat, waking up 6 o'clock in the morning in the winter in the United Kingdom to go on set, under the freezing cold, my own personal money. As I sit here as the First Lady of Sierra Leone, I am not being paid. You want me to take my personal money to put lights in Bo and Kenema?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Whilst you are looking for funds.
This is a new direction, new generation, new government. Rather, we already talk about delivery. So we got to make sure we start with this road here for 2 course. But we wait for work with people that wouldn't get interest for transform Lagos. For the first time when we do road, please make sure if they give 100 million euros, if it's possible, use 99% of that for the road. Many people then say you don't do the road. That 1% you put on a pocket, not a bad thing.
Why do people vote governments? Governments are voted to make the lives of their people better. If they cannot make their lives better, then that is a failure of social contract. And when there is a failure of social contract, the counterparties, in this case, who are the people, need to demand from the governments that what is done is not what was agreed. We have to stand up for what we believe in.
The events of the past 7 days in Sierra Leone, if will bring cold shivers to the spines of every well-minded Sierra Leonean, especially if you are SLPP member. Let me narrate them one step at a time. Here, Peters. Number 1. Last weekend, His Excellency retired Brigadier Julius Maada Winnie-Biu, President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, underline the word President and Commander-in-Chief. He attended the Catholic Church now Wilberforce. Then they do a fundraiser for build a church or rehabilitate the existing church. Watch this video, yourself, of the president. Because some man will begin to ask, will not to true, here they talking the truth. Here is the video. Watch it for yourself. Now we'll come back.
Grace, the bishop, the clergy, well-wishers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this is my church. My God is this, with a fair way for good and heaven. So, of course, Rome was not built in a day, so we also need 20 tons of iron rod. And we give this week 2 billion. We are ready to. On behalf of the friend, who is not in there now, Dr. Sierra Kamara, had pledged another 100 million.
This is what he did. He donated 2 billion leons. He said he want pay for go heaven. For go heaven, you for pay your dues. Those were his words. He donated 2 billion leons to the church. He also donated 3,000 bags of cement, 2 tons of iron rod, and also further to that, he make a mockery of the former flag bearer of the opposition All People's Congress, Dr. Sierra Kamara. He said they donate 100 million on behalf of Dr. Sierra.
Dr. Septimus, by the powers vested upon me, according to Section 3, Subsection 2 of Dominion Christian University Worldwide Constitution, as the founder, the Chancellor. Dr. Septimus, by the powers vested upon me, according to Section 3, Subsection 2 of Dominion Christian University Worldwide Constitution, as the founder, the Chancellor, and the International Executive Director, I hereby affix this medal on you as an honorary doctor from today henceforth. Doctor of Christian Education. Congratulations. Also, to back that one up, you have your sash, which certifies that you have already received your honorary doctorate degree. Give him a round of applause. Our newest doctor in town, Dr. Septimus.
All right, family, welcome to another edition of the Teliterature Talk Show program. Welcome, I want to welcome all on board this program. And if you're just joining in, please share the video, tell a friend to tell a friend, tag a friend, share a video, because today we get another also equally very important discussion about the country, and very, very important as we talk now. So if you're joining in, please share the video. I want to welcome all at the comment section. Welcome. And today we can talk about the shocking revelation on the PHDgate and the fake degree saga. We don't go on for a couple of almost 2 weeks now, don't they go on? And of course, we get no other person but the man himself behind all of this investigation. We don't bring and come to light to Sierra Leone people and open the eyes and minds of Sierra Leone people and foresee how we educational system broken and some of the things them we're able to do through in personal investigation. So without wasting so much time, because we get a lot of things to do, I want to introduce Dr. John Idriss Lahai. Dr. John Idriss Lahai, welcome to the Telly2Rachel Talk Show program, and say hello to Fambula when you watch you.
Hi Fambula, how all they do? I'm glad for the return.
All right. Okay. So, Doctor, like I say, we need to waste no time because we get a lot of things for discuss. Now within the comment section, I keep the conversation going. Of course, me now on our host Rachel Bangura Davis, and I continue to follow me on the Facebook page and also on my YouTube the platform. Doctor, let me go straight to the issue at hand. What we talk about the PHDgate, the fake degree leaks, by fake university awarding fake degrees and all of that. So we go call you. You permit me for call you now. You blow the whistle like the whistleblower. We open the eyes and minds of Sierra Leone and for let them see into some of them things here. And inside this revelation, when they come out, like every day something new is coming out. We find out, say, the Inspector General, when a high-profile, person of the country is also involved, and parentally, where also now the Clerk of Parliament is involved. We get Alex Masoko and so many other people then from the revelation where we find out, say, involved in this fake university degree scandal. Let me first of all ask you, Udana, Dr. John Idriss Lahai.
Well, John Idriss Lahai, I go say that someone we grow, we come from humble beginning with a compromised childhood and really struggle, especially in the 90s for put my life back together, go school, attend the St. Edward's Secondary School, and thereafter I go to FBC. I studied hard, and right around at the time where I complete me Master of Philosophy in the same FBC, all but dissertation. Proceed on to the United Nations University. Was I study international law and the settlement of disputes. Then I proceed on to I come back to Sierra Leone actually, and I taught I actually taught at FBC, and I've been getting many students them under my tutelage, and then thereafter proceed to Australia, where I do my first doctorate, and I went on for do several other things, and become an international consultant for governments, international agencies, and also panel reviewer for several funding bodies, where then at the background, nobody they know, government, they submit a request for some funding for a project here and there, and then at the background as a reviewer for review whether or not those projects should be funded. And then I get for take an interest sometime in December of 2016. I begin for write books them, and I get plenty academic books that are published by the world-renowned presses. For example, Routledge gets several books for me. Palgrave gets several books for me. I get books under review right now, with Cambridge, Oxford University, and other, with University of Toronto. And then I get so many other papers, written reports for government. And then I just decide, say, over the years, I begin study Sierra Leone, and I get so many books on Sierra Leone too, asking myself over and over and over and over again, the same story we're hearing today from politicians, are the same stories we don't hear. So I say, okay, let me turn my focus now from putting me vexation or me anger in me book writings and in report writing, on state fragility issues, not just in Sierra Leone, but also in sub-Saharan Africa and other countries, from the Caribbean, Latin America, South, the South Pacific. Then I decided to say, okay, make a decide for become, which I actually thought I was never going to become when I just a whistleblower for unseat so many things them and make many enemies, and at the same time so many friends again along the line.
Friends. All right, so okay, Louis, it's like, I mean, you have a lot of feathers on your cap. You get a lot of things that way you carry, as a doctor. And I'm happy that you don't, bring a can to light, because people say, what are this Dr. John? Who is he? Because people are just, some of them are just hearing you or seeing you for the first time. Some of them are just the voice and the hearing, but they're just seeing you for the first time. Like I said, let's go straight into it. Having said all of this, you don't write books, you're working with governments behind the scene, and some which they are aware of, some which they don't. And what will prompt you, what will really motivate you, what will really push you for turning your camera on the education sector, not alone, where we get for understand, say, a lot of this Dominion University, African Graduate University, St. Clement, and so many other ways you don't mention. What will really inspire you for focus your camera there? What will challenge you for do that?
Well, there isn't them plenty, but make a just create a summation of them in few bullet points. The first one is that growing up in Sierra Leone, not supposed to be hard at all for we people then. In the sense that we're too small. There are some other countries that are landlocked, but we are not landlocked. There are some other countries that we don't get resources, but they are better off. There are some other countries where they see, the livelihoods and the lives of the people, then better off, but we are not. Then I begin to say, okay, what is the problem? People have been talking about diamonds, and it has not worked for us. People then they talk about, education. It has not worked for us. Then I decide to say, okay, I think that is where the problem is. That is where the problem is. I do, how I say it, an econometric analysis, I'm not even able to publish the paper itself, whereby I get for try for put two and two together and say, okay, let us bring in the case study of Singapore. Singapore now one of the countries we I say now the service economy now it really propelled them, to side and they elect today. Service economy in the sense that they get an expertise. Then I come close to Sierra Leone, I look at Ghana. Ghana done the shift towards the service economy, whereby they get the expertise. But going back in time, you see, say Singapore was in the 1960s, right close to the mid-1970s, was poorer than Sierra Leone. Coming to Ghana in the 70s, and close to say in the 80s before this World Bank then conditionalities begin, you be the stories of Ghanaians traveling all the way from Accra, Kumasi, and other cities, coming to Sierra Leone for come buy paste. But today, the economy, Singapore, although the World Bank not just one say that, but it is a developed country, right? You look at Ghana. Ghana is a middle-income country, but waiting really work for them. Now the education. Then I begin calculate now to say, okay, how many doctors do we have in Sierra Leone? How many people where they both say we have bachelors, we have masters, we have a PhD? How many of them really are employed? Then I begin, and I think last year or early this year, I begin indirectly to say, why is it that Sierra Leone we get so many lawyers where we no need? People were bashing me, but I decide for saying, okay, I'm not gonna blame this, I'm not just blame the one way they go do law. Let's go back into the economic structure of Sierra Leone. These are people who get genuine degrees. Initially, some, I would say 90% of them. They don't come out of college, they don't sit down 5-6 years. There is no job. Some 1-2 years, then decide to say, okay, since no job, no, they go for second degree. But Sierra Leone, a country, I before say everybody or most of the people in the afraid mathematics. So they're not go to do a second degree in financial accounting. They're not going to do second degree in economics. They're not going to do second degree in physics. They're not going to do second degree in computer science. Then decide for go to the liberal arts. Then go do law. Then come out now. We have educated lawyers that are paupers. But then you begin to put two and two together now and say, okay, if jobs are not there for them, which really they cause that? Begin doing investigation, and then last year we had an incident whereby the Inspector General of Police all of a sudden just emerged with a PhD nowhere. I was, with the Renaissance, inside the Renaissance movement, we group which we'll get, and bring up this issue of this man to the Anti-Corruption Commissioner. And he said he was not going to investigate this man. I said, no, come on. You have to investigate this college. Me don't get me on proof. I don't get me evidence. I presented it to you. Investigate this man. And I bring up so many other issues and so many other findings. We can even draw connection to so many things and other fake universities. He said, no, go do that. I say, okay. And I waited for a whole year.
Can I hold you there a little bit? So you put on to the Anti-Corruption Commissioner when Ben Kelfala say, if I investigate the IG Sovula, because quite recently they gave a doctorate degree, and it tell you say no. It give you the reason why he say investigate Sovula.
Well, he himself said that because I bring up the issue, I think 2 weeks ago. He come on my Facebook page. He respond that yes, me and he will get a discussion on that. But he tell me say it did be on a mandate, and therefore. What he try for tell me is, was Sovula no use that thing they for gain employment? That is okay. I say no. He's the man. Now the man is why occupy a position of trust. If you say they use this position for find a job, what if there were so many other people we president they consider for replace them? Sierra Leone, a country whereby people with PhD then get a political, the idea of PhD alone serves a political function. So as long as you don't get a PhD, even if you are incompetent, everybody go to afraid you. So then they automatically don't give them what they call undue advantage, where automatically qualifies the incident to be investigated by the ACC. But the ACC refused. We make bad confusion inside Renaissance movement. The part company, the part will stop the palaver ended. Now coming to the first thing, which inspire me into this. We all know, say, where you educated. Education, you understand, and you can see job application and they put minimum requirement. Then they try for tell you, say, there is no way where you go dismiss the importance of education to that of performance in the workplace, right? The better educated workforce you get, the more the more you get an excellent performance. Where the performance at the workplace fine, it impact what you would call in economics or the one that we do development or generally in the social science, which they call productivity. And how the productivity they impact now, it get an impact on the GDP, the gross domestic product of a country, in the sense that if you get a highly skilled labor force, one, they will be sought after by so many other countries for make them go. And when they go, the number of remittance or money when they send back home, they trickle down to the last person, because somebody don't work, you don't get highly skilled education, they don't go overseas for go work, where they send that in dollar or that money to family, they send that to government. It is sent out to the people, and then people will use that money, they go buy food. The more than they buy food, now the more the economy they go up. And you get a skilled labor force where they work domestically. You they really see that that 8 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock, where then they go home. It's supposed every hour supposed to get an impact on the GDP, supposed to get an impact on the purchasing power parity between the poor and the rich, the haves and the have not. And you go even see say the poverty gap will be closed. But Sierra Leone, a country whereby the poverty gap just the increase. And you look at the psychological side of it all. People when they go home, then they go work in the morning depressed. Then they come out work depressed. Then they get a connection to their boss system. The boss when before say he's highly educated, he is better educated, it become less pompous because education is supposed to humble you. But when you get that boss, we're very arrogant, where for say the alapa, they shout by you always in the office. Watching background. Either before say he's mal-educated, uneducated, he got thief in degree, and therefore it use intimidation over on his subordinate and impairs them for imposing ideas and any views. Then they create depression, anxiety on the labor force, where you get a depressed labor force. Waiting automatically they happen. You really see productivity, they go down, people in performance, they go down. How the performance they go down, and so the country they go behind. As the country they go behind, and so the country they go to wait man for go big money. Waiting with all you get.
Okay, so let's pause it there for a while. So I see you mentioned, say, when you do an institution and the institution they perform well, of course, they bring out the kind of performance that is needed. That means say something wrong, with the heads or the staffs them in those departments or in those institutions. Doesn't mean, and you talk about the poverty level, you talk about how Sierra Leoneans are depressed going to work and coming out from work. Doesn't mean that you are referring especially to this government, the way where you think, say, the education system and the poverty level, it don't go back way beyond more than how even they. Are you referring directly to the government of today?
Well, there is no way for Larry to refer to the former government because that's the essence of having, Sierra Leoneans decided that, okay, enough was enough with the APC. We brought in the SLPP, and 4 years into power, I don't think, say, I even get the moral standpoint, which like if I really afraid God, for begin they blame the APC for that because you promised. And I say this not, I've never been a member of the APC. I've always been critical. Sylvia Blyden herself confirmed it, that I'm a political sniper for the APC of the SLPP, as in rightly put up. SLPP not the only party where I know. I don't know no other political party. So I not go blame the former government. I they blame the present government. I they refer everything to the present government because when you are in governance, you should stop the idea of politicizing almost everything. But here and then, every day, I see politicians of this government, my own party in power, go na radio station. We know they listen to what your opposition get for say, no matter the type of contribution within the present, say, okay, this is our own contribution. They know they listen. We are, we ministers them. They are combative always. And sometimes the best way how you go able to go, not in fact, not sometimes, always. The best way how you go govern a country, it's you for always listen more and talk less. Only talk when you think, say, you don't score a goal. But here is it where opposition presents something, we own party or government, they decide to say, no, we have to bash that. That's the wrong strategy. Now coming out to the real question of the question of poverty and the type of workforce where we get. Yes, we always get, nobody no go deny, how I say, the correlation between poverty, the type of labor force where we get and where you get somebody in our office, because the essence of being a manager, I would say a director in the department, you're supposed to lead, right? You're not supposed to be the boss, because a boss will always say, this is what you must do. But a leader will always say, this is what we will do. So it's about getting the people together. Where you move away from the standpoint of party politics, you put Sierra Leone before you. They see the type of model where they develop. Now a model that is pro-poor, in the sense that you focus more on the poor people. Now a model that is more communicative and interactive, or what they call in democratic theory, participatory, in the sense that everybody they participate, even if I don't get to forgive you anything, even if you are powerless, but let I always talk to you fine. Let I always open my arms and try to embrace you. Because one advice you go give me, even if I not get for take them, but if I talk to you fine, say, okay, I don't listen to you. This is a very brilliant idea. I will make sure say we take on board. Then they not take power away from me. Then they just make me more of a combra. Because the essence of being a government, you for be a combra. But with people in the talk, we get a divisive nature of politics, and it inside with civil service, it inside with homes. Homes are being divided. you know, by things that we, you know, we're not supposed to divide with. For example, my wife, she's not SLPP, but I love her so dearly. I am SLPP. You know, I get family members them who we in a APC. Then we even slap person for APC, but they love me so dearly. But I always they try for tell them, say no, that type of politics, low left in the 70s or prior to the Civil War. Low try forget a participatory model of governance and try for CC. If I not sabi, mean a PhD holder, if I not sabi, even while sometimes I do certain things, I had to call my 14-year-old daughter and say, Jennifer, I stop. If I explain this, I explain them. They can give me your sense. She's 14. You know, from the age of 10, I don't talk to her. That did not make me stupid. So why is it that if you're a PhD holder, a master's holder, you know, and listen to that man, we get that certificate? You know, right, listen to everybody.
So let us move to the issue in that we understand, say, from your revelation that ministers, parliamentarians, director generals, pharmacists, lecturers, you know, teachers, in fact, the entire civil service, the entire civil service, you know, then they carry or they award them this fake or this so-called fake degrees from bachelor's to PhD to honorary doctorates, masters, and so on. And we know say Suvula is one person. Before I come to IG in issue, how you prove that this Dominion University and the other ones, African Graduate University, how do you, are they not accredited? Is it true that they are not accredited?
Well, it's a very simple thing. You know, you don't need rocket science for no say these guys are not accredited. Let us take Dominion, for instance. Just go Natasha Education Commission, right? And you, if they refuse to give information, you sign under the Freedom of Information Act law. We'll get a salon, we make a compulsory for the government, then give you information as long as that information they not to we get for do with national security. But anything else we get for do with human development, then supposed for give you. You go now TEC, when at the Tertiary Education Commission, you ask. They not even get accreditation. And funnily, the vice chancellor of that particular Dominion University was my former student at FBC, and he barely survived, and then just a few years along the line, he go telling company and say he's graduating with a PhD. How he get this degree? I investigated, it turned out for me, said, and just come together. He was, and still is a pastor, then say, okay, law call other pastor, the law begin give them certificate. How, say, for example, this is not mockery to Jesus or anything. Let's just say, for example, how Jesus walked out from Galilee to Bethlehem, then teach pastors there on that, then say, okay, you don't get certificates of Jesus walking from Galilee to this. Then begin say, okay, from certificate, let them then try the system because they know say the system is so weak. Then say, okay, now let us begin to hand out diploma. Then give diploma, then begin give degree to them pastors them. Then they say, okay, we needed money. So waiting them begin target bankers them, Sierra Leone commercial bank, directors them. Then they say, okay, waiting will happen if they come for car arrest, we wait to go do. Then say, okay, the police IG, the overall boss for the police, law call a lawyer and PhD.
So they target high profile people as society.
Yes. From where they start first, to themselves. Where they see the scheme one go big, then begin target people, high profile people within the country. They targeted bankers, directors within the Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, for instance. Then targeted someone, from the Ministry of Education. They targeted someone from Bank of Sierra Leone. They targeted the Inspector General. But here is the catch. Targeting these individuals, you're supposed to pay money. So then begin say, the bigger your PhD or the better way I go blast you Dominion here, you get for give a patron type of money. So then begin give cash donation. But here is the Inspector General, where I go say, in as much as he has been in the police force for so many years, there were so many, connected lines, we get for do with the way how we attain. Yes, it is the president's, prerogative for hire and fire. But if you look at the process through which how this man here become Inspector General, you will really know say he was not even in the first instance. You know, there were senior police officers before him, but he got his own way and he was appointed. But he still feels say he was not okay in it. So as soon as the idea of Dominion PhD came, he embraced it. And I saw it and I said, no, Kelfala, that means inside I am the Renaissance movement. I told the Anti-Corruption Commission, I said, look at this. This is a red flag. This is so undone. How could this man go take a PhD like this? He's saying a honorary. For a university get right for grant you a honorary PhD, that university must be a degree awarding, not a doctorate, that is academic doctorate awarding institution. Then forget a council, then forget a senate, and the university is supposed for don't get a bold reason why them forgive. That means for say if we don't live an exemplary life. Wait till we know about Sovula before this. He was not the Obama of Africa. He was not the Nelson Mandela of Africa. Wait till Rules kind of role really we play in terms of even in community. In street side they live. How many people they know and they who na they go and this one. So I'm just for land. So immediately we are protest for that. The man decides say, okay, there was a press release from the police say the man say no want the PhD again. Then a few months later, the man come up back and say, oh, finally, he don't get another PhD. You drop one PhD, less than 5 months, you come up with another PhD. It took many years for in the US, for instance, it's between 3 to 7 years for someone get a PhD. And you get so many comprehensive exams then for seat. You get conferences there for attend. You get at least papers for write and publish. So we are, waiting this man here do. We sign dissertation come out. And we don't see in the past instances of whereby professors, there was a Nigerian where they say, oh, in PhD was fake. And they say, anti-corruption investigate.
Yeah, I want to get to that part where you make the revelation to the anti-corruption, to Ben Kelfala, let me call his name, Ben Kelfala, and he say categorically, you make it clear, say, he need to investigate this matter for the fake doctorate degree from Sovula. He tell you categorically clear. So it is beyond a mandate. So how about those teachers, what have been put under cotton tree, if I can remember, by the ACC, say they commit fraud, they commit all of these exam malpractices. Don't you think it's a double standard?
Well, before I address the question of double standard, we had a fight, our own little fight in our little corner on the human rights implication for the way how we displayed and teachers. Then yes, I supported Kelfala that yes, it is right for us to weed out, exam malpractices here and there, but presume them people here innocent, until the law find them guilty. So for display them prior to court trial or court or then go answer, then go make a plea na court, even if they make a plea of guilty or not guilty, even if they say they are guilty, you get for wait until the judge don't, even when the judge don't make your own sentence. Corporal punishment is a crime, even now we own constitution. They treat people then like say like say then life no matter. Now coming to the question of double standard, yes, I told him, and I already don't talk 50 times. I already don't call on the president for give us another anti-corruption commissioner. Kelfala remains a friend, but Sierra Leone is bigger than Kelfala. I hope say we will still remain friends and get there in good terms. But again, in double standard, it's really, really dangerous. Dangerous in the sense that they pick and choose cases the way you think say you get interest in. This is the law, and that is the problem with Sierra Leone. It is because we not get strong institution. Every institution of the country, they revolve around individuals. And when they say anti-corruption commissioner, we talk about Francis Ben Kelfala. But in other countries with strong institution, when they talk about Francis Ben Kelfala, people will say, who is he? Nobody know, because it is the law, it is the regulation, it is the policy, and it is the institution. People are not big past the institution.
So
but
do you feel at this point, where I want to talk about IG and I want to talk about Ben Kelfala. IG don't return the first degree and it don't take another one. So at this point, who is investigating the IG at this point? And how many degrees he don't get and from which university then? Because I want for let you talk about that, then we come to the accreditation. How many degrees them doctorates don't get, and from which university them where you say don't call out?
Well, the only one, because the other one he distanced himself from him. There was one we float around about that he get from the Dominican Republic, and Dominican Republic is really not an African. You know, they don't get English as the way out as the form of instruction to universities. But although it don't distance himself, say no, that was just the social media hype from people we ain't consider for be enemies. But considering in Dr. Tweget, where it dropped the Dominion one, it take up the African Graduate University one. I go say it been get, you know, although the Anti-Corruption Commissioner indirectly say you know, that degree you get, you know, it no matter as long as he knows use and as long as he not get them prior to appointment. If he get herself, it was okay. But the TEC don't pull a statement and what say degrees acquired from the African Graduate University, they are unusable in Sierra Leone, and therefore if they then say then degrees, then they are unusable in Sierra Leone. But this man, they sign government document and they sign everything. They put the title of a doctor. I say automatic.
So how many in all it gets so far that you think from your investigation that these degrees are fake?
I go say even you know you get a paper from St. Clement's University, you know, bachelor's.
So it's about 2 or 3.
Not to St. Clement's University. Yeah, St. Clement's University get a paper from. Not two me go say he get that is the bachelor's where he get, and because St. Clement's was part of IAMTech. IAMTech by then was not an institution. It was only you know they only be authorized for grant weighted and they call NCTVA. The national, you know, certification program, only certificate then ended with the grant. But waiting St. Clement's University do then liaise with IAMTech, because at that time government be already done the Puchi for them. This is the time of Pakaba, you know, of blessed memory. Then because the man be one try for use that for rise through the rank na the police force, then grant him, you know, a bachelor's. But then government pull word later on to say the NCTVA certification for IAMTech remains valid, but St. Clement's no get any legitimacy, they no get no right to operate in the country. So partnership.
Okay, so basically we're talking about between 2 and 3 fake degree where the IG carry at this point in time, and any investigation they go on at this point, and in at the IG, who is going to investigate? Who is going to police the police at this point in time?
Well, nobody is going to police the police, because the Anti-Corruption Commissioner, we were actually interviewed by Reddy Doshaville, whereby he said he was not going to investigate the Inspector General of Police. And then the journalist who interviewed us, then bring in a question to us, say, okay, if whether or not now that the same university will grant a PhD to this man, this Inspector General of Police, whether or not the Inspector General of Police get right for actually investigate them. And his statement was very categorically, was very categorical. He said, yes, the man get right for investigate them. And I was like, no, you cannot investigate. That man not get no moral right, you know, even get the standpoint or whatever it is for let the man investigate. You supposed to do this investigation. But even if you're not able to do this investigation, step aside as Anti-Corruption Commissioner, because you've already been compromised. You're my brother, you're my friend. If you're watching this, you remain a brother and a friend. But tell friend true, not spoil friend, right? So step aside. Log get someone that is competent, not competent in terms of book degree, but somebody at least we will put common sense together for say, no, what did this man do was really wrong.
So how this don't affect you investigation what you do when the anti-corruption way for all people accountable for these acts, and not say he don't recuse himself and say this is beyond your mandate. So how does it affect your investigation at this point? You know, like what's the point of doing this?
Well, exactly. Why is it that why make a kind of Facebook for calling me complaint to these people of Sierra Leone? Now, because the Anti-Corruption Commissioner was and still is non-cooperative, right? So it affects me investigation in a very, I will put it in a very simple way. That I was going to give him the opportunity for let take the glory. Because when I get me finding, I gave it to him. If he be not able to buck up and try for man, then say, stand up on the ground, investigate this, not to me for be get the praise. Nobody know for even know but me. Now for be don't get the praise. Now your name for don't go before.
So
the man,
this is something, okay, now something we only talk to them behind closed doors.
It is over a year. It is over a year, not to 1 month, not to now over a year.
This has been going on for over. We don't go on for over a year. Where you
over a year.
Wait, don't blow the whistle to them.
Yes, I blow the
so now
whistle
because of a refusal, now him bring you out to the light and begin to pull it out yourself.
Yes, I begin to say, okay, since I act in the best interest of Sierra Leone, you feel say because you're a lawyer, you understand within you sabi read English, you sabi the act how they think say the act be. I say, but every law in every country where they pass the law, they read the text just as how you read the law. Yes, in those days, they will get and recall the classical interpreters, the way they look at say is for is. Is not that. But where they look at it, you therefore look at, okay, waiting at the mischief where this particular law will get, where they really try for solve. Corruption comes in many forms. We get bribery, we get embezzlement, we get abuse of office. Now then 3 tier, now they make up corruption. Okay, law we talk say, what if, because you always forget presumptions there, you always get questions then in your mind. What if Sovula go bribe for letting get on this PhD? You come now your mind, that is one form of corruption, right? Then embezzlement not fall under this. Then you ask yourself now, abuse of office. This man I don't go get this unmerited PhD. How it they behave to in co-worker there? You as anti-corruption commissioner supposed for go to the field, supposed for send people there, let them go interview people the way they walk around this man. Let them tell you, say, this boss here, anytime we come, people they want to talk na meeting, they say, shut up, I have a PhD. Forget all the small thing and they and try for see if whether or not it fulfill the threshold of abuse of office. If you fulfill them, nobody not get for tell you. You get for investigate this man. So it is the way it is, and I just decide say, okay, enough is enough. This man they try for things, say, nobody not get right for talk. I was a citizen. He was a citizen before he became anti-corruption commissioner. He is working for me. And that is what, and I think that they get wrong, thinking say, me for listening to Ram because he's the anti-corruption commissioner in Sierra Leone. No, I pay me taxes there in Sierra Leone, and therefore you are being paid with my taxpayers' money, and therefore you are my worker, Kelfala. You were working and still working for me. So what I want for do, you go do as long as I get me suspicion, and as long as the evidence already don't did it, you supposed for do it after you for do. So if you're not able to do it after you for do.
Okay, let's quickly come to the evidences here.
Yeah.
You say, according to you, that Dominion, St. Clements, and other university where you mentioned say these universities are not accredited. How long they don't go on this awarding fake degrees? How long they don't go, and they not go through the process of through the Tertiary Education Commission? We are not their due process to follow before they've been accredited, or they just come and settle down and establish Sierra Leone and they left them made a function like that.
Well, now one thing first, let take them from the the bigger picture before I zoom in into Sierra Leone. Africa, now the youngest continent. As why make I say Africa now the youngest continent? Africa get more young people than all other continents than the world put together, right? We are by out of every 10 individuals in Africa, 7 of them at least they below 40. Or I would say 35. Then scammers them understand now, say, okay, since Africa is growing and the world, like China, other countries that don't begin zoom into Africa for carrying business investment. Africa in the 1980s, 1990s, don't they experience civil wars and failed state, incidences. So now time don't come after 2000 for let them come out of that, and they let them able try for build, let them able attract investment. But the number of illiteracy was so high. So waiting, then scammers then begin to then turn their gaze towards Africa, then begin waiting, and they call the fake degree mills, factories them or industries them where only they produce fake degrees them, they emerge now Africa. 2015, there was a report from the New York Times where say the fake degree mills in Africa are worth over $10 billion annually. Then you come now, let's zoom in into Sierra Leone. Immediately after the civil war, so many young men that don't die because they were being targeted by either for joining the rebels there or being killed by the rebels. You know, we begin to say, you know, trauma being lead to laziness in the sense that people do not be able then just how they say no more. I just left my life so normal, or somebody say, oh, I just left my life so. Laziness come in. Yeah, when laziness come in, then people begin immediately after the war, we begin see, then they begin say, before you go spend 3 years yonder, disappear. If not Kenima you day, disappear, go free turn after 1 year, you come back. Where you come back na Kenima, now you don't carry degree. They ask you, well, I be the do it online. Sierra Leone, the internet connectivity was very poor, and will not be even people they even wait for verify then degrees they are so don't know even sabi computers, you know, computer system, because the first computer system AITH, you know, John Benjamin Brigham in 1980, yeah, the year 1980, and it died off. People and you know, remember they say, hey, computer don't eat nemo. Even civil servants them with them salary they can payroll. People and they go pull Sarah. For the computer not it's the name. That's in the voucher gate. Be they so scam, be just people they were just too afraid of the computer system. Where the war begin now, everybody just they put degree everywhere. We are about College of Business Studies. Immediately we did war done. And then which was a fake one. There the College of Business Studies in Yun die off, who carry about St. Clements. St. Clements, founded by one person, Mohamed Yamba Bangura. Then government put Yaipa now, then try for create partnership with others. That university, they now no all water government shut down. Where government shut down, then automatically there was a transition from St. Clements University. We get within they call the African Graduate University, but not to Inom. There is also another one we just don't emerge where then they try for put pressure now on the TEC for let the TEC grant them accreditation when at the global, you know, professional global university or professional global training institute as they call themselves. Then na older immigration building na Rodin Street, you know, then already secretly done the award degrees them without accreditation. So you really see that how the thing they go now. So they twist. How would I get this professional graduate university right now? Now, Alim, you know, Alim Make Conte. Who is this Make Conte? Make Conte, now partner to this mania, where they call Mohamed Yamba Bangura, where gets the African Graduate University.
So it's like they're all interconnected.
They're all interconnected, yes. And Alim Make Conte. Yeah, and Ali Make Conte and Mohamed Yamba Bangura then be involved inside one dangerous scam in 2012, whereby China, one university in China, gives scholarship then to Sierra Leone, say let them can shape this scholarship free to Sierra Leone. Make and Yamba Bangura then join together, then take their scholarship here through whatever means they're able to get them, then begin sell them $5,000 for each scholarship to each Sierra Leonean. So then begin sell this tier. Mohamed Yamba Bangura, with the Africa Graduate University, when I be the founder of St. Clements University, decide for Comobien Alim Make Conte, it begin go take money from other students, then pocket, you know, cash. You know, they pay the money because we supposed when they sell this scholarship, the money for go na Alimi account, then thereafter then for decide for Shebam. It begin take money privately. Then Alim get for know that. Then fet. When they fet, the talk reaching at China. China read pull statement say, no, we'll not be selling them people that can sell this scholarship. This scholarship here so now free. Right? So now this same man don't evolve, he escape, he go for England, you know, feels things don't die down. He come. When he come now, salon now, what he decide for Kando, he can form this, you know, this professional global university or professional global training institute. Then he go na State House, he take one senior advisor from President Bio in government inside State House, when Ambassador Bonwuri, he make Bonwuri board chairman of this university. Then they use now this particular strength where they don't get now, since they don't get presidential advisor as board chairman now, then begin pile pressure now on the Tertiary Education Commission, let them give their accreditation. Secretly, they don't begin give degree, but since I don't begin me revelations, the pressure already don't increase now. So this scheme has been going on for a while, you know, and you know.
So do they operate unknowingly to give these bogus certificates or degrees unknowingly to the Tertiary Education Commission, or the Tertiary Education Commission also is aware? Say then they go on.
Officially, the TEC not aware, but unofficially, 2, 3, I would say out of every 10 officials they at least 4 or 5 of them go aware. But then they set not, because then they bribe them and then they take bribe. So unofficially, they are aware. Officially, they're not aware.
So before this university then begin operate, like you say, there is one way just emerge, and then because they see you don't blow the whistle, and it's like for put pressure on the TEC. Before they begin operate in terms of issuing out all those bogus certificates, they then go through the TEC for accreditation.
Accreditation, general. I've been in academia for a very long time now. Accreditation not a one-day process, right? Not a one-day process, because you get to fill in so many boxes. You get to get how they say a permanent place that is conducive for for student learning. You get to get the structures in place.
There are regulations that you should.
Yes, there are rules and regulations where they fulfill. You know, just go take normal. What if you go rent somebody in fine building, you go put somebody in computer, then they can't view? No. Yeah, they say, okay, every 3 months they can view. Every 3 months they can view. Then go there, then view, then look at the document, and they tell them, say, no, you are not, you don't at the pipeline. Immediately, if you go there for the first time, then tell you, say, well, we are not going to approve you for now. You not qualify for apply for accreditation again until after 2 years. Wait to make them they say, okay, where you go for say you go for accreditation, they don't look your paper, they don't do their own due diligence, then tell you, say, no, we're not the give you accreditation this year. You're not supposed, as a matter of law, for even submit an application until after 2 years, 1 day. That is when the 2 year pass, the other day. Now you for present another one, because then they give this time space for let you able fulfill
everything together, fulfill the
everything together. Yes, for let you fulfill the requirement. And if you fail the requirement again, that and now then they ban you. And that was what happened with the African Graduate University. They failed the first one, then come after 2 years and they tell them, say, no, we are not going to allow you again for let you do this year. Then ban them out and tell them, say, no, now come on now, not even kaya again. They able beat their own way through the system, they able reverse that statement and give them say, okay, we'll come back after 2 years. But this was a man through me investigation, because I do so many things. It's a first the university in Uganda. As soon as CI then begin one turn panam, because in 2021 there were over 300 students that are stranded, and they have been, and then they pay their salary, then they pay their school fees, some na $3,500, some na $5,000, then because how this man they operate, how them fake universities how they operate 3 type of degree system. They operate the first degree system, whereby they come, then give you, if you come, you can pay $10,000. Then they give you degree 1 term. That is within 24 hours. They don't give you degree. Then they make fake transcripts, they don't give you. Then they get the other one them. Every salon man, because of the hardship in the country, one go overseas. So it's then they do. Then they make fake degree for you, fake transcripts, then give you. Then you use that, and you apply for visa. But in most cases, then they target America and England and countries them in the Western world, where at least they do due diligence for verify whether or not this degree is illegitimate. Then they target countries them Malaysia, then they target countries in the Middle East, then they target China, then they target other countries. So automatically they don't get that fake Africa Graduate University degree, for instance, or the uncertified global, professional global university certificate, then go na a legitimate university, inside whether na Malaysia or not, then go do another master's or bachelor's or whatever it is. Automatically, they're not going to need the Africa Graduate University certificate again for apply for something bigger or for apply for work, because they already don't hide them under the legitimate one.
So how about this new one we don't emerge? You talk about the current one we don't emerge way because the Yari don't blow the whistle, so they push the tech for make they accredit them. How about them? How long they operate for, and then they give fake degrees not until you blow the whistle where they put, and who then make up this particular new one we emerge?
Well, they don't then a salon more than 2 years now. How then they do it? Now, Professional Global University or Professional Global Training Institute. Okay. How then they do them? This is how then they do them. They no say then they don't meet the accreditation. The proprietor, that is the how we get them. Now Alim Make Conte, that 2012 man, we go sell free scholarship, China scholarship. Nine get them. And the board chairman.
Who are the board chairman?
The board chairman, na Ambassador Bonwuri, when a senior advisor to President Bio. Now the chairman of the board, right? Now the chairman of the board. They don't exist about 2 years now, and they don't begin graduate. And the man, either they advertise on Facebook. If you go global, Professional Global University on Facebook, you go see and they did it, right? They advertise them. So what then they do? Then they try for say, okay, study online na Babic College or na this university na England. You don't really need for pass through them. It's more or less like a scheme in the sense that people in Sierra Leone, I get cousins, I get brothers there where they study directly at the University of London from Sierra Leone online. Then they go to British Council, now then they go sit their exams. So what then they try for do now is that instead of you go directly directly you go to University of London, then distance learning portal, you apply directly, then they tell you say, okay, calmly you can study, now University of London or University of this through we. In the sense that then they secretly they apply for you just like anybody else. If you don't do a cafe, then they do one for you. When you take for 6 exam, then they take you paper for you. That means they pay the extra for virtually for do what you supposed for don't do. But you got to feel say, you got to think say, oh yes, now then they can do all the process for me. No, they are not doing any process for you. The only thing then they do is then they burn internet data or Wi-Fi for fill the form for you. But virtually you go able to sit down, you able to do that without you not go through them. So because they don't create this like a portal, okay, now you for access this university, but we don't come between you and this university. So pass through we. But you don't need them. You're supposed to apply directly. So then they create all this, with they see then they carry a memorandum of understanding, prevailing or whatever, then they prevail on say, okay, we will do what they call middleman for recruit students them. Now just a question for say, go meet and say, okay, they are able to recruit students them for now. This is just like any marketing business. But then they not give them the legitimacy for let they operate as an institution. Let us say, even if they were, they na Harvard University or na University of Cambridge or University of Oxford, then they work for na salon, whatever it is. Without the accreditation of the TEC, they don't get no right for award any degree. Even if the universities the way they represent as Sierra Leone, they are legitimate, you don't get no right for operate, for grant any degree without, the knowledge of the TEC. But these are the guys, now the scheme this then they do, but
and none of them not get none of them not get the accreditation from TEC. All of these
they're not getting the accreditation for TEC. Then they even provide classes for tell you say, okay, can't take a lesson on this. They're not getting the expertise. They're not getting the expertise because for you they provide.
People just go pay money and get the degree and that's it.
So people go they pay money. Then you then tell you say, okay, the notes then this I just download that and give you whether how you study and now you own business. So it's a system. That is how it has been working. That's the most unfortunate part of it. I don't know whether or not Sierra Leone is already ingrained in our thinking that we have to be lazy, right? They do. If Dr. One go tell you one information, you need to try to get a second opinion, right? Always seek a second opinion. Try for see, okay, this money I don't go apply for me. It don't give me student number. This student number na University of so and so. Okay. Now send a message now to this university and tell them say
and do me research, yeah. Because
do me research and tell them say
yeah. I want for come doc because we get this argument where people, then, you know, the conversation when they go on now, people they say, well, some of these students, you know, they're innocent of this. Some of them don't know, you know, they just go thinking that these universities within a salon and operate and get all this bogus degrees and whatever, they are genuine. So some of them genuinely go not knowing. So are they supposed to be punished for that if they're in any institution? Are they supposed to face the law because of that? Because they don't know, they have no clue.
Well, now one thing, the essence of being in a university, the essence of being in a college, the essence of being in an educational institution, it's about you acquiring knowledge, right? It's about you acquiring knowledge. If you then at this college here, so everything comes easy. Everything we had, if you pay money, it becomes easy. You for able to put 2 and 2 together. Me not see anything say they should be exonerated or be seen as victims. No. Ignorance, not to excuse in this instance, because if na factory then can go say, go operate machine, you don't know how to operate the machine, you go pull something there. Yes, we'll be able to exonerate you. But this is an educational institution. The essence of being in school is for you to be knowledgeable. You're not able to put your knowledge for let you understand, say this is fake. You don't see people and they come out, and how then they do is that the scheme is so deep. Then the position where they don't get them fake graduate there, so they make sure they put them now with public sector, then position them as key strategic position them, right? Thereby, even if you get your complaint,
protect them in the future, like if anything happens, they protect.
Yeah, for protect them now one, and secondly, for let them make sure let them give assurance to them graduates. Yes, even if you suspect say they do not scam, but no worry. As soon as you come out, you get more chances past our way graduate na FBC, na College of Medicine, na IPAM, na Jala for let you get job. For instance, Yamba Bangura, they operate this fake graduate African Graduate University. They bribing way through. They appoint him principal of the Civil Service Training College. Automatically, we don't become principal of the Civil Service Training College. You are more or less the man responsible for the training of each and every civil servant, right?
And governments they pay every year for civil servants and for go do training. Now
that same place there. And the man in first degree, in the first degree, now he awarding himself in degree. Okay, he gets degree from FBC, but first degree for let be a principal, no matter. So he awarded himself a master's. Then in Paddy, we give the idea for the Africa Graduate University when Henry Dreslack Igesa, when then Busia, na Eastern Uganda, when I get this scheme. You know, I go maybe find opportunity get time for explaining the family how Henry Ian Yamba then come together for let them do this the way they do. The man he awarded himself a master's and a PhD, and he used as he positioned himself as principal. Where he positioned himself as principal, the same place society he did as principal of the Civil Service Training College. Now that's now the same building. Now they demand station in Africa Graduate University. So as they don't get them the fake degree done, they employ them, they beat him way no more. They employ them now the civil service.
And
they use bribery for bribe Ministry of Finance, for bribe na Ministry of how they call it, the Human Resource Management Office and a public sector reform unit. Civil servant they will get genuine degrees from universities them. Yamba Bangra, then prevail, including the course coordinator. The course coordinator, that Pius Kago, in back gets a fake degree, right? So then they make civil servant, then they go to Africa Graduate University, then go get masters, PhD, when at the government of Sierra Leone, now they pay school fee for them. The TEC say Africa Graduate University is fake.
Exactly my question where I want for ask, but the TE don't declare or don't talk outrightly say the African Graduate University is a fraud or is fake according to them. They are not accredited. So why is the government paying for this, the civil servants for pursue degree course now AGU.
So that is the catch. So that they expose the corruption within the civil service, within the public service, right? The Public Service Commission gets questions there for answer. The Human Resource Management Office of the Civil Service get question for answer. The Ministry of Finance gets question for answer. How come student them have their school fee and they pay for them? Take, for instance, Beatrice Kokokale, where they work in foreign affairs, where they don't send within Nigeria right now, where they head with Lagos, Chancery na Lagos, although we embassy, we I commissioned in na Abuja, but now in they head the Lagos office. And already don't join the civil service. But go get paper from Africa Graduate University and her fees would have pay for them. Na Sierra Leone government for Lego attend Africa Graduate University. Lord take Rosemary Thomas, where they now we embassy na Liberia, Monrovia. He already don't join the civil service, but would have pay for a leg on Africa Graduate University? It was the government of Sierra Leone. So we see a disconnection between the TEC where they are credit, because if somebody come with names to you and tell you say pay fees for where they are, what do you for do as a government or as a government ministry, department or agency? Contact the Tertiary Education Commission and say, okay, we are about to pay fees for the students. Do you not check for whether or not this college or this university or wherever it is, whether or not this particular, this particular institution is accredited by you? If not a foreign university, whether or not it is legitimately, they operate legitimately. Right. So once you don't get that, then you go tell now, say no, this request will not send through whatever internal processes will not send. We not go approve of them because this university or this college is not legitimate.
Do you feel, in your opinion, looking at all this connection from the civil servant, whether they pay for to the AGU, to the TEC, you feel to the Ministry of Finance, do you think so a cartel and they work together, knowingly fully well that this particular university is fake and is not accredited? Do you think so they work together in collaboration?
It is worse than a cartel. It is worse than a cartel, right? It is worse than a cartel because me go once here for say it's more or less like because a cartel at least not only group members them they benefit from this, but the ramifications they go beyond, because the stroke of a pen of any mal-educated or poorly educated civil servant, they affect the lives of 7 million people, right? A cartel, the rich will be maybe limited within, say, Bukenima, but this is worse than a cartel. And these guys, they've been working, it's a scheme, right? People are not trying to put country first, waiting in the try for do now for their own pocket, right? If you go,
let's talk about some of the big names where you mention and continue for mention. Some of them you just say, even some of the MDs, the banks, banks are involved. Those top people in the banks and some of the lawyers and even the ministers them and all of them. They I see you post where say somebody call you from somewhere, say we don't take a long time we not call you. They ever call you. They forget to say mention a name. Let's talk about these people. We're all very, very, what should I use the word? Very important and strategic position. Now we country. Let's talk about these people that go out there to advocate, to lobby for things, for let things happen, for lobby for contracts, for lobby for the country, and sign documents on behalf of the country. Let's talk about these people that are holding these fake so-called degrees and going to this fake university. How you think say it will impact Sierra Leone as a country at this point in time?
Okay, the names them Boko. Now we just take for instance Georgiana Kamara. She's more or less a permanent secretary in the public service reform, the public sector reform unit, now office of the president. Georgiana Kamara, she's my auntie. Why I say auntie? Even be they give me lunch, where be they go college. Right. He occupy a position of trust within the presidency where everything that has to do with reform within the civil service and how public policy affects the lives of each and every Sierra Leonean, the one that we don't born now and the one that we then go born tomorrow. I graduate from this university. How that's the impact whether or not he got it through genuine means, but we cannot say it is genuine where the university in fact not get accreditation, and not to this year he graduate many years ago from this African Graduate University, right? Waiting at the impact of the education we may get from that particular college.
Even as the country as a whole, because some of these big names. Why I'm saying this? Hold on, though. Some of these big names that that maybe some of us know will get these so-called fake degrees are going out on behalf of the country, signing documents, representing Sierra Leone, lobbying for Sierra Leone. So how will this impact us as a country? How?
The impact is big, but like broken for Fambule, now look at the impact from sector to sector, right? Now we look at first from the standpoint of foreign policy. Now we represent the load na plane, spend beaucoup money, they say they go rebrand the country, right? Then that the first in the awkward history of Sierra Leone, whereby President the Ludna plane for go rebranding country. Hello?
Yeah, go on, I get you.
Okay. Now the first in the awkward history of the country whereby President the Ludna plane for go rebranding country, that would have been avoided. How? If the one they would send for go work now with embassies, for go work now with High Commission, they not get fake paper. Therefore, people don't use their competence for being good diplomats representing the country well. Thereby, there will be no need for the president jump in a plane go rebrand the country. Where we for say the country side they go there is already an embassy. But now because of the one there we get fake paper, where they open at the embassy there, so they're not competent. And then they create damning thing them for Sierra Leone. Take for instance, because of the mal-education or the uneducation of the educated diplomats, would they see incidents of people from Nigeria or so and so, they get Sierra Leone passports. There has been an incident whereby somebody who come up from the Caribbean was deported to Sierra Leone. It's a language they right now. Now, not come up from the foreign policy. Now come to the agriculture. Food. Now we need for we survive. But food, not to just rest. We for diversify. We for plant corn. We for plant piassava. We for plant this. We for plant this. If person say I'm not interested, let get something else for let go able eat. But going at the agriculture ministry, because of the one the way they certain key strategies, that strategic position within the civil service, for instance, say public sector reform unit or the public sector commission, the public service commission PSC, because of the incompetence, somebody they train in political science, when a political scientist, you find them they work in the Ministry of Agriculture. Then I draw the connection to the impact of fake degrees, because if you understand how it means or what it means, for let's take somebody where they read but Plato, where they read but Henry Kissinger, you go put on a Ministry of Agriculture side and they talk about fertilizer and this and that, you already don't destroy the economy. You they see somebody where do how they call it, linguistics. You understand it? They work in a Ministry of Health. Waiting that person is sabi about microbes. Waiting that person is sabi about disease, morbidity. Waiting sabi about disease, the trends. Waiting sabi about the impact of with primary health care. Now we come on at the health,
okay,
yes.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, now we come out now the agriculture or now the health sector as to how the mismatch, right? Then now we come now to the internal politics. Because somebody they get fake paper. For let it defend that paper, they know they use competence. What did they use? They use violence. Not physical violence in the sense, but they use psychological violence. They intimidate others. Take for instance, Paran Tarawali, where barely survive for getting first degree. All of a sudden just emerge. All of a sudden just emerge with a master's and with a PhD from nowhere. And this man, when genuine PhD holders like Dr. Kande Yumkela, they talk in our parliament about in studies days, because now agricultural economist, the man they talk about things that will matter. Paran, they tell Kande Yumkela, say, stop talking about your PhD. After all, I'm also a PhD holder. So you see the level of intimidation. What if Kande Yumkela one make a very sensible contribution at parliament if we don't save the lives of 7 million people? But because of the intimidation, where parentarily we get a fake PhD puts Panam, the man lost track, is Sidom, and not able to do nothing. How we parliament don't become? No wonder you see them affect themselves. Then go now, Bintumani, them it blows pan themselves, then affect themselves. Yes, we go say, fighting in parliament is very common in the country. But by the end of the day, which civilized country you really see, then they fight and misbehave the other and they misbehave so. Where you get competent MPs, then go see that decide say, okay, let me take a back seat last seat. I'm not able to understand, waiting at the issues before ever I jump into it. But these are the guys you go to their offices, them within within parliament. All the one them MPs they will get not to 1, not to 2, then pass 10. We get fake paper. When some man they grab for speak inside, when some man they grab for speak in a parliament, you go just want to take call, whoever you go and call, tell us, you tell them let talk na native tongue because the Creole self no go sabi am. Right? But since they don't get them bogus degree so, they won't live up to it. We then are also they listen, they pay we EDSA, electricity, for let we able to enjoy with life. The money they use for bond electricity for put that TV on, it turn out for hot we use them because the English then they broke. And picking them also, you there with a young child in the house, if they watch with papa or mama on television, if they see this MPR they talk bad English, the picking will even attempt for improving English. So you see the other impact again how the thing they go. So it is big.
So from all indication, we don't see how this thing don't affect even the ministry, the performance and the productivity of the MDAs and ministries and things that way for function normal in the country, and also how the impact we don't get to we internationally, wherein, like you say, our president get for travel like 150 times so far for go clear the image of Sierra Leone when we are having this kind of big blow and scandal, PhDgate and also fake degrees. I want to come to another thing where very, very important and dear to me. When how these fake degree universities and then their lecture and their institutions they also they use women, abuse women for they go able for achieve or acquire some of them fake degrees they also, of which impact with women and all suffer at the hands of these universities.
I posted on my Facebook, I think was it 3 days ago or so, whereby I say there is a connection between sexual and domestic violence and the proliferation of fake degrees in Sierra Leone. Take, for instance, someone, they na you fake institution. Say where the person sits exam, they mark the person in paper. Or not put since I tell you the 3 ways that they come with the money, then give you degree the next day, or then give you degree for let go apply for visa, or you did then get another set of students, then wait for say then they fool you because they don't trust you. Then they tell you, say, okay, come, you do the 4 years. When you do the 4 years, you they sit your exam, you take assignment, you take everything, but nobody need to mark your paper. When you sit in a free tongue, if you go Kailan 1 week later, you see your exam paper and mark it, then they sell it and they nobody no mark them. They what they do, then they fail you deliberately. When they fail you deliberately, they say, let's say, for example, this lecturer, or this man we get this college, this fake college, don't fail you deliberately, you're not fine woman. They tell you, say, come, I will try for talk to the man them oversee for let them pass you. Say you paper, nobody no send and go oversee. They sleep with you, right? Or another way again, you want visa for go overseas, then tell you, say, okay, as you enter inside the office, no more than $1,000, then they take for the fake paper, then they give you the face transfer. They say, okay, now $10,000. But if you sleep with me for every day for 1 week or whatever time is it, you will just pay the $1,000. They don't bully you that way. The one that you can acquire a fake degree, where then they go now their homestead, because we get it and they call Sigmund Freud. When the first psychoanalyst, we say they get what they call misplaced frustration and aggression. This person don't go get a fake degree, Suvalu don't go get a fake degree, right? Or this other person, Param don't get a fake degree, or this other big man don't get a fake degree. They don't go to this office, they don't sit on there. They getting junior staff, they bully them, they bully them, they bully them, they bully them, they bully them. That junior staff, or that colleague, they're afraid for bully the man we get PhD, they afraid them because everybody they afraid PhD people in a salon. So what they do? They vex panda PhD holder. They go now house. Small thing, when men picking do, when picking do, when wife do, when sister do, when brother, when auntie do. It's on panda, it beats them. It's on panda, it beats them.
All right, family, I'm gonna hold on a little bit. We get Dr. John Lahai very soon on the program back. I'm gonna just hold on a little bit, and today before we go again, it gets a very shocking revolution again before they left this program where you bring come to family. So now just hold on a little bit. Meanwhile, let me just listen to some of okay, you don't come back.
Yes,
here?
Sorry
okay.
about that. Yeah, there was a glitch
That's
here.
Okay.
Yeah. So that person they don't, they're afraid for torment the PhD holder. They go now house. Anybody torment and small, they beat them. So you see domestic violence, they increase.
They increase.
And when domestic violence increase, what that domestic violence they affect more? Now woman.
So
right?
I get the connection now, and like I say, anything way not good for country, it affects women them more. And
it affects the woman them more. And the problem now is this. Whether woman they don't beat them or they don't rape them out of whatever it is, if they go to the institution where responsible for lead and giam justice, the police. Then the head of the police, him get fake paper and is mal-educated. Waiting at the impact. So then automatically they go to they call, the cycle, the unending cycle of domestic violence. The structure is already there. The fake degree don't lead to you to abuse.
The system is not working. The structure.
Sovula is just one. There are over 100 or more. I would say 100 or more because I get me data, I get me information, I get everything.
Yeah, because before
within the police force, we get fake paper. So when you go na CID or you go na this one for let them go this one, the person not even sabi what they do. It give the person say the woman go for let them go give and justice. Remember the man we can beat him or the man we rape him out of this fake degree connection. He go na CID for let them go give and justice. There is the way how the police they talk because they don't understand. The way how they go talk to the woman, it lead to double victimization in the sense that the woman will feel guilty, say, yes, now me responsible for letting rape me. Now me responsible for letting beat me. Now me responsible for the suffer why they suffer so. So you see the ramification, the gender, the gender dimension of this fake degree. It gets a long way for go. It lead to poverty. And when poverty come, man not get money for it. And in most cases, poverty, not in most cases, all cases, because
I want to make it clear that I want to make it clear that I see in one of your posts where you talk about the free quality education is not free quality education, and teachers they also also lots of teachers then get PIN codes where they get fake degrees under the free quality education. You can expand a little bit on that.
Well, we don't need how then they call ourselves for art we aid quality. Waiting at quality. Quality means exceptional. The input is exceptional. The output is exceptional. Waiting at this input, not for just give picking them say go school free, not for just feed them na school, not for just give them book or bag, not to then they make a quality. The one they were responsible for the implementation of that very free quality education, they also have to be exceptional. They have to be, they get for they at par or even above the minimum threshold of excellence. But you need to go get someone, we get a role for play inside the free quality education. They get fake paper. That person, they not they show any interest in the betterment or in the perfection of the free quality education. So by the end of the day, because quality is lacking and nobody do not stop and for go school, now then they make us say, since quality no day, because the one way they implement them, they are mal-educated, you get fake degree among fake degree holders, them, fake certificate, teacher certificate, fake papers them among them. Automatically, then they don't discount the thing where they call quality. Yes, President Biobi get a very bold and a brilliant idea for free quality education. As if out there mean them, so them for be implemented, and the one way they implement them, if they were so committed, if they not be really mixed by corruption with corruption in the education sector, then for they don't achieve and the way how President Biobi want them. But since it has already been corrupted, and do not stop nobody say no go school. So now then they make a coin the term say it is free, access to education policy. Because see policeman at gateway one kind of school then beat you. Free for all, just go.
So in all of this, yeah, let me take you back to the IG Suvula. So Suvula aware say this degree the way he gets or from Dominion or way return, and the one way he gets right now from this AGU or the other university where university or we're not accredited. Aware, you think say Suvula aware or not aware of
not to hello? You there with me?
It's Famulem are they trying to forget?
Yes, are they
Yeah. I say if do you think say Suvula no say these universities are fake and it did not fake a degree they receive so they acquire from the, you think say
Of course. Suvula know everything. Suvula know everything.
Including most of the big man that within the government right now as we speak. They are aware saying this
I go get to that. Okay. Like very importantly, we don't ask me so.
Yeah, you don't just go to that straight because of time.
Yeah. Let's address this Suvula issue. Suvula no go tell me say no, say this thing is a fake. Right. Suvula don't been at the police for more than 20 years. Now an adult. And besides, he's the head of the police now, and he head the criminal investigation office. He gets access to every security instrument where he need, be it covert or overt, right? Be it secret police or be it the day-to-day constable. So Vula, even if you say no for conversation's sake, But the law, when we study at the University of Melbourne Law School, then there is always this thing, say you ought to have known, especially when you occupy a position of trust, we connect directly to the criminality of them kind of issue here. You are head of the police. You have to think like you know, like a criminal. You get for able the one step ahead of a criminal.
Yeah.
So we go able to use them now, say, okay, let's use that particular thing where they say you ought to have known that this is indeed a cabal. This is indeed a scheme, right? Why is it that then people are when they operate in degrees, then they go na Kuto Road, then go take Mami Adama away, get that table, then go get a degree. They only target parliamentarians, top civil servants, top security officials here and there. And now this lead me to the question, to the issue of the big man, them whether or not they are aware. Paran Tarawali was recruited by Inkozin. Udana Inkozin na Colonel Alex Ilogima Masakoi. We currently now we own military attaché. If Africa therefore make any decision we get for do with military issues in Africa, we get for do with the defense of Africa, the security, be it biosecurity, be it land security, be it airspace, be it cyber security, every security issues within the African Union. The representative we salon get when we defense attaché, now we mission African Union and Ethiopia. Na Colonel Alex Ilogima Masakoi. Udana Alex Ilogima Masakoi, and how you manage. In 2014, where Africa Graduate University starts, 2013. That year, 2013, the first set of students they we enroll. Now that year, imagine you enroll in a college for go study. The same year where you enroll, now that same year you graduate with your masters, now the same year you graduate with your bachelors, now the same year. The second set of applicants them we come inside was Alex Ilogima Masakoi. The same year he gets a master's in in something again for do with international relations. In fact, the title is MSc, Master of Science, International Relations and Diplomatic Practice.
Yeah.
Then immediately, in this young cousin, so then they call Paran Umar Tarawali, we barely survive with for first degree. Alex recruit him and tell him about the scheme, say this is how it works. Paran also come, he pay in your money to Mohamed Yamba Bangura. They award Paran a master's in public administration, and then Giam a PhD in public administration and management. Then in the Alex Ilogima Masakoi, then Giam a PhD in strategic leadership and security. How them fake people, them big mayas, so how this tier they operate with them? Since Alex Ilogima Masakoi na Sojamani, then at the security sector, Mohamed Yamba Bangura they tell and say, okay, the type degree will fit you more, not you get for do with security. So you your PhD where they give you.
So they're looking about like according to your position, and they tell the
according to your position, then coin the PhD for you or the masters for you. So then take Alex Ilogima Masakoi, then Giam masters first in international relations and diplomatic practice. Then later on, then come then Giam, a PhD in strategic leadership and security. Then since the clerk of parliament position at parliament is something that has to do with administration, then Mohamed Yamba Bangura look Paran and tell and say, you PhD will fit you now PhD in public administration and management. So now we just say me, me na school teacher, right? Are they na school? Are they teach? All I say I work as an administrator now with university colleges them. Then I go meet Yamba Bangura, say I want a PhD. He go say, well, since you did a university, the PhD we go find for you na university administration and governance. Pay $5,000, look you degree. So this is
so Dr. Lahai. So who's one of it? Who's degree of it?
Well, my PhD in journalism and public communication. I think, yeah. Now then they go fit you. But if you just pay $5,000, if you just pay $5,000, yes. Or I go reduce the price for you. I go reduce the price for you if I give PhD in journalism and public communication. But if you carry with 2 students for me, you go only pay $2,000.
Oh, so meaning say most of these people will carry all of this, acquire all these degrees from the higher level to all the institutions, then these permanent secretaries, these MDCs, most of them are aware. Now, they are aware, say, what thing they get so fake. And they use it to intimidate other people. They will get genuine certificates or degrees.
Yes, the recruitment, how Africa Graduate University started, the investigations revealed. Now, the recruitment gets 2 models. Then gets what they call the snowball model. Snowball model, actually, they talk about, you only bring in people where you trust, where say go keep their mouth shut. And since big man, they're known for understand, like secret society type of secrecy. Then they go carry them, man, your man, this office where you day for let you go sit down there, you get for try for buck up, go find where I go get a PhD easy. But you get for keep andako, the man don't know. So you really see say then go then dash you that, then you get then where they go now, you say, hey, this money, this fees why they pay is too much. And you say, okay, you get possibly trust. Recruit more for me, because the more you carry student them for me, the more I go able, for make more money. So you go really see say that is how it is, and there is no secret around it, so not so.
All right, so as we're closing now, you think say why you think say they for investigate this thing? Why they for investigate? Because it's like all of the arms of government are all part of this, especially the heads them are all part of the scam. Why do you think say therefore this issue should be investigated? And when we talk about Sovola and the Anti-Corruption Commission, do you think they should resign?
Why make them for investigator? Not a very sensitive question, but I just answer in 3 simple ways. One, when you get an incompetent person, we get fake paper, they regulate your life, because when Parliament make law, now the executive, when I say executive, not necessarily be saying at the president, I mean the civil service. Now then the implementer, right? And when the implementer, if the implementer in any wrong way, it impacts the country in a very negative way. Any wrong signature of a civil servant, they impact 7 million lives. Now one. The second one, why made them for investigate this one and resolve this problem is, now that the thing don't become an international issue. If Sierra Leonean, even if your degree is genuine, you want to come out alone for go study, say America, England, this and that, then they take you. High chances that then go begin blacklist university degrees them from Sierra Leone. Waiting that they would get the impact. So it's more or less like an indirect way for sanctions Sierra Leone, the education sector. And we know waiting at the impact of sanctions.
Absolutely.
Right.
So do you think as
the third factor is it's about the president supposed to take action, because it now your image now they at stake.
Yeah, so you think the president supposed you think the president supposed to act right now on this issue?
Not a question of supposed for. Now a question he must. There is no two way about it. Let's just look in eye and make sure they sanitize the civil service. Let you see, because I was in the background, helping the Tanzanian government forget it right. I was in the background helping the government in Solomon Islands and other countries. Where I reach now, Tanzania, I was in the background. Nobody know past what they talk, right? Helping them. And as I said, the problem therefore do with the civil service. I provide me only little advice where I get. Mugafuli of blessed memory, be able to sanitize the civil service. How many fake results there is where late President Mugafuli be able to find out? 10,000 fake degrees them inside the public and public civil service sector of Tanzania. Immediately after we then pull them, they're able to employ the right-minded people with the right degrees. Within 6 months, Tanzania became a success story in Africa. So,
all right. So as we're leaving, do you think the Benkefala should resign and Sovola also should step aside while they do investigation over this issue?
Kelfala no go resign. Now, my brother, I know how they think, because it's going to be a slap on his face for let go resign. The president for Sakam. You know, I don't say that more than one. We need another anti-corruption commissioner. He has already been.
How about the IG? How about the IG?
And for the IG, if Namina President Bio, are they discharge him? Are they pull on the army? Are they pull on the police dishonorably? Are they pull all in rank 9 and even the title of IG way don't reach? Are they make sure say I pull everything I and I dishonorably discharge him? It go, because then they go be a lesson to other IGs the way they come.
All right, okay. Before also, I get a couple of 2 questions I want to ask you. People, the talk around this, you blowing the whistle on the education sector of Sierra Leone. People are talking around as like this is politically motivated. Tell me how true is that?
I would say it is not it is not politically motivated. How me go take stick for beat me on political party? If it's politically motivated, you know, I'm not supposed to be a member of the APC, but I'm a member of the SLPP. So not so politically motivated. But one thing, there is something a motivation, but not politically motivated. Not politically.
Yeah, because it's been going around even at the comment section. It is motivated. They say you want job. They say you want you want job now SLPP or the government and not give you this. So that's why you have grievances against this particular government. How true is that?
Okay. Professor David Francis was chief minister. I was in London when I was called upon in 2019, July 19, for Gona Salon for go be director of policy in a state house. I buy a ticket. I was gainfully employed by then. And I get all my proof and evidence. I buy my ticket, I go Freetown, I go to State House, I met with Professor David Francis, who was chief minister, then tell me, say, okay, take this money, I want to go with him to Director General of Compliance, when Edward Kamara, let them go know themselves because they get for the work together. Where I go, Edward Kamara with Abdul Pakra Masali and the others, we then call Abdulaziz Toure, then decide for form a cabal, say no, they're not for give me the position because they're not able to control me. Then he say make I go come back, then I go, the waiting and do now next. Then tell Professor Francis, say, Chief Minister, say, me don't go back overseas. Then can't tell me, say, Professor Francis, say, make I just wait. I waited for 8 months. Where I go for? So what I do? People are within the office, they will get fake paper. Go set exam for me. Advisor to president, advisor for governance, you know, Dr. Emmanuel Gaima. Now, me key witness in this, right? They set exam for me, policy for go develop a policy for solve the problem of them water plastic then a street. Policy way for take 3 months for develop. I developed it in 1 hour. Then that they done. Then say la go come. Then go tell me now. Oh say David Francis no one see me. Then later on, Abdul Pakra Masali Kana tell me say David Francis say make a go back job no day for me. I was prompted to write a letter to Professor Francis and say, why would I waste me time? I left my wife overseas. She, you know, young belly woman. I come 8 months. I don't sit down. Now the man called me straight. He said, "Can I my office?" I went to his office. Now he tell me, say the mania. He said the mania tell me say you don't go lolont him. I say, hey, but Abdul Pakra Masali now you owe a rent. Abdul Pakra Masali now you owe a rent. Members of the Renaissance movement go attest to this. Right? Chernobyl, who was president of the Renaissance movement, go attest to this. Emmanuel Safa Abdullah, when I top lawyer, go attest to this. Now the money owes a rent. So why make this money and I owes a day? He go tell Professor Francis say me don't go. Then Edward Kamara, me and be the see na Winners Chapel every Sunday. So then they can't tell me one word saying Professor Francis did. Then they even go to the extent for telling me, say, Professor Francis don't vex. Now my if they get bad that if me contact the man. So I kind of like confused because they don't tell where I don't left salon now. So after the thing done now, then try for prevail on Professor Francis. Let Professor Francis send me go to Ministry of Development for go be director there. And then I protested inside Professor Francis' office and said this is not corruption. Why I forgo meet minister?
of development and tell her, say, I want for be, la just go no more. They say, la just go na any department within the Ministry of Development, la go be director there. Now tell them, say, no. I say, if I want to be director on the civil service, State House to Passive Street or whatever it is, was a Public Service Commission day. And then, yeah, now they are the go. To me, Mama Engrave, to me, life, David Francis can attest to this, and Dr. Gaima can attest to this, and even Edward Kamara, if he did it afraid in God, he will attest to this. I say, I'm not going to meet no minister for joint civil service. No, let just land on this. Okay. I say, I'm not going to meet no minister for let I get a job as director. I said, this is not corrupt, now and corrupt me. I said, I know they do them. I said, I don't mind, I go back. I said, but me on Dr. Lahai, I mean, they go break civil service code. What I stand for? For let non-entity can't tell me, say, they can't direct me on life. With all me education, what I don't get. With all me own training, how me mama men me. Now somebody of no repute because he corrupt. Now one can corrupt me. I refuse. I misbehave. Then that I misbehave inside Professor Francis in office. Professor Francis demanded an apology. I write a letter to Professor Francis and I apologize that I am sorry. Okay. I was sorry that I misbehaved, but I'm not sorry for the fact that I refused to be corrupted. Professor Francis is innocent in this.
Because of that, now it make you the pull out in a do now?
Not because of that. I go pull everything at do where I give opportunity to Francis Ben Kelfala for evidence. I get me evidence. I give him, I say, Paddy, look this one. Now Ben Kelfala, I don't get the praise. But he refused. So why people and they blame me? I don't want position. Right now, president appoint me. I don't want. I'm comfortable.
Yeah. Why no one? So what is super important? You can't add you there.
No, because right now it's a trap for me. People and they want me life. So if I go for go, say they go for go. What exactly it is?
Do you feel
until the man pull they all come out, it's not safe for me.
And so you don't feel safe to go back. You don't feel safe to go back home.
Well, if now once a man they die, I'm not afraid them, but just that if they remain in them positions, then go, even if I go for do anything, I know will succeed because the structures of the wickedness still there. I mean, I waste me time. So let them sack them all. If they say like come now, I will come that and I will can't try for can't contribute, but not in this messy situation. Me a freeborn. I know the eye to it from anybody.
All right, thank you so much.
I know I'm got for how much along government for go pay me $3,000 and I was already working. I was already working over $10,000 a month after tax.
Okay.
So I tell you who's going to position I defend.
Okay, Abeg, I'm not getting much time. We will continue this conversation in the near future, honestly. But before we go, you get any new revelation for the first time with Wallace? I want people to know.
What I go say is I go update Fambul very soon on two institutions, NATCOM and NRA. I don't want to spoil the phone for them.
No, you gotta say it.
No, seriously, I know I spoil Rachel. I know
because over 400 people are watching you. Over 400 people are watching you.
Yes, I know. How many people?
Over 400 people are watching you.
Okay, close to 400 people. Them do ya? I know I spoil the phone. Yes. Right? I can for NATCOM and NRA. Thereafter, but even the Anti-Corruption Commission, now they are one last week. You understand it? So now watch no more. The revelations, because then the feel say they pull all team one go. If I pull all team one go, people of Salon will talk about it inside 2 weeks, it's done. But me, a man of of the mastermind. So every day I pull 1, 2 people, and then we'll continue for talk about this for 10 years. If nothing is done, we will continue for talk about it. So I know I spoiled the phone. I already don't talk certain things that were very critical, and when I go knows very, very soon. Do ya, Rachel? Do ya forgive me for that?
All right, so, thank you so much. I gotta run.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you, Dr. John Idriss Lahai. Famulem, I want to tell you thank you. And before they go, let's just share this. Share this video with you so far. Where people and they take this whole university PhD gate and degree saga. People and they take into fun now. This is so sad for Sierra Leone, but people they use them.
Dominion, Dominion, DOISWSCYD, Dominion, 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 ye.
Yeah, Dominion ye.
D-O-M-I-T-W-I-E-E-E-E-W-O-A. Dominion ye.
Yeah, Dominion ye.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am the founder, the CEO, the general overseer, the vice chancellor, the deputy vice chancellor of this wonderful university, Dominion University globally. Are you okay?
Yes, sir.
Blessed day, what we are doing here is very, very important. If I tell you the number of students that have gone through this university, you won't believe it. And those that are still attending, and those that have just graduated from this university, it's very important. Do you know that President Putin of Russia attended Dominion University?
Yes, true, sir. True, sir.
They don't know.
They don't know. Dominion
you
University.
know that Fodes have attended this university? So it's a privilege. So it's a privilege for you to attend this wonderful university. Because when somebody labor, when you labor, you shall succeed, you shall achieve. That's why somebody will take 6 hours just to attend PhD.
Yes, sir.
In this university.
Do I pass one? Do I pass one?
You don't need to. You don't need to. You see somebody who work just 30 minutes to get first degree from this wonderful university. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are privileged.
Yeah, Dominion, yeah.
Yeah, Dominion, yeah.
Yeah, Dominion, yeah.
Yeah, Dominion, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, without wasting time, we want to start to share the certificate of those that deserve it. You understand? Because a lot of people have been making this education system as if it's something rigid. It's not rigid. That's why Dominion University globally is here. Are you okay? Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, those who have interest, they can come forward. We give them free PhD, masters, professor. Do you know that I have 32 professors degrees in various fields? Do you know? You don't know.
You choose. You only choose what you want.
Out from this wonderful university. Where do you work? You work for UN. Professorship will fit you because that is an international organization. So, ladies and gentlemen, put hands together for Mr. Kwaigro. Mr. Kwaigro.
Yeah, Dominion, yeah.
Yeah, Dominion.
Yes. We hereby give you the certificate as a professor. Oh, yeah, as a professor. A professor degree. Professor degree.
Yes. Do you want it?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you. You can have a shot with me.
Thank you so much, Famule. Well, so I go left una. I go carry again Saturday on the Telly-to-Rachel talk show program, and I want to say plenty thank you to una way carry on with the program to me and for una comments at the comment section. I want to appreciate una all my viewers then, and please una continue to share this video. I will see una again Saturday by God in power. May God bless you all, and may God continue to bless you. Thank you so much.